Shalom. This is Shalomar from the Great Millstone Atlanta Camp. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, double under some elders and apostles, a great millstone that teach and rule well. Peace, love, and safety to the hopeful elect. And I just want to go through a few topics in regards to this truth. And pretty much, I was thinking about how people just, no matter how we present this to them, they don't want to hear. Now, brothers, I'm pretty sure at some point you heard a brother say how they used to teach back in the day, how it was a lot more scoffers, it was a lot more yelling. And now we kind of like just not really laid back, camp still be on fire. And, it's edifying. But basically, if we only talk to those that walk up and listen, or if they sitting there listening, we might ask them, hey, you got a question? So same thing with these videos. We don't try and reach out to, we don't be doing a lesson and sending it to everybody, your coworkers. No, whoever runs into it. It's all through the Spirit. So we're not forcing this on nobody. We're this word is for the elect, for those that see, that have eyes that can see, and those that have ears that can hear. Okay, so I want to start out with Matthew chapter 13 and verse 11. It says, "He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given." So that's why the Lord, as a matter of fact, let me go back up to verse 9. It says, "Who has ears to hear, let him hear." Verse 10, "And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables?" Yeah, because it's not meant for everybody. You got some people that understand certain things, like poetry. A lot of poetry have to be broken down, and what does this mean? What does that mean? You have to look into metaphors. That's how the scriptures are. Just like they didn't know what missiles were. They didn't know what, nuclear bombs and nuclear missiles. So they said things like flying swords and arrows shot from the ends of the earth and terrible clouds. So, and then reading Revelations 9, where it talks about World War II and all the warplanes and things like that. The average person, they're not going to get that. They're going to actually think that John saw real locusts with scorpion stingers. Especially Esau. Esau just ain't got it. They just ain't got it. But yeah, it was only given to the prophets to teach our people, the ones that's going to listen, that's going to see, and that's going to hear. It was only given to the elect. That takes me to Amos 3 and 6. Because same thing. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord had not done it? Just like people don't understand that this is the Lord, all these things is going on. They'll say, oh, that's the devil, that's Satan. But guess who allowing Satan to do these things? Satan is on a leash. He can't, the Lord is allowing him to do the things that he do. The Lord is allowing the devil to do the things that he do. So going into, certain topics, the white man being a devil, only Esau can be, not Esau. Esau is the so-called white man. He's the progenitor of the white race. That doesn't mean every so-called white person that looks white is an Edomite, because you have Israelites that look like white people. And there's plenty of examples of that. Also, some people have a problem with the 12 tribe chart. They don't think that the Northern Kingdom are the Northern Kingdom. They think that the northern kingdom are all Negroes and the southern kingdom. You know, you have some Israelites that don't believe in the New Testament. They only believe in the Old Testament. All right. So we're out here to clear all of this up. And we just ask the people to listen, you know, just stop and listen, check out a video, check out a lesson. If it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, then, you know, just keep it moving. The Lord got something else, set up for you. So, as a matter of fact, let me continue in this. It says, surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. So that's what the Lord is doing. He only revealed the secrets of the kingdom, the secrets of prophecy to those men that he set up to teach. And you have to have a certain spirit about yourself. You can't be, you know, you're not going to see any real violent men out there teaching. You got to be super humble and kind of have a little bit of laid backness about you. Because scriptures also say, if it be possible, live peaceable with all men. We can't go out there with that brute beast spirit and teaching these damn knuckleheads of ours. We got to be in a certain type of spirit, because people going to go out there and they're going to talk shit. It may be 2-3 people out there listening, and then you have one person that come up and just throw the whole spirit off. All right, we're going to just keep it going. You know, we're not out here for everybody. Let's go to Ezekiel real quick. What did I want to get in Ezekiel? Was it Ezekiel 13? Okay, I didn't want to get that, but that's a good one. Because I was talking about that pretty much earlier in the lesson. You have certain prophets that's teaching the wrong thing. And a lot of that stuff is catching people's attention. So yeah, I'm just going to skip over that one. Acts 3:23 says, and it shall come to pass that every soul which will not hear that prophet shall be destroyed from among the people. Hey, it is what it is, man. Just like I said, if you don't want to listen, the Lord got something else planned for you. But if you want to hearken to the voice of the Lord, and you can understand these breakdowns and you get it, then you could be part of the elect. You could be one of the hopeful elect. And those that don't want to listen, the Lord just going to destroy them. And there's plenty of ways you can get destroyed in these last days. The Lord can take you out early now, or he can wait to Jacob's trouble whenever most of our people, the time that most of our people are going to get destroyed is during Jacob's trouble. And the ones that's left over, they're gonna eat a missile when the missiles come. So yeah, going back to the topics also, folks don't understand that the missiles in the scriptures. They don't understand that Babylon the Great is America, or the daughter of Babylon is America. They just don't understand it. They can't get it in them because they too caught up in this place. They too caught up in the world. So yeah. The mark of the beast. They don't believe that it's going to be in the form of an implant, a little small thing that can be used as a transmitter or ran by a computer. You know what I'm talking about? Those things are going to be put in people. But folks don't think that it's a physical thing. It's actually a physical thing. Nothing spiritual can cause you, can give you a grievous sore. This is an actual physical thing. That's another thing people don't want to get. A lot of our people just don't want to eat right. They don't want to stop eating shrimp, crab, and lobster and pork. So really, I mean, to be honest, it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple to come out of this world. You can still mix in, go to work, go see your family members, but come out of the holidays, because these heathens set up these holidays, is all pagan. It goes into worshiping other gods and living to the best of your ability to the commandments in the scriptures. Eating the right thing, just carrying yourself a different way, praying to the right name. It's not too hard, and just understanding who your people are and who you are and what's about to happen. Understanding the prophecies. It's like I was talking about the missiles, America being Babylon, Esau, Edom being the so-called white man, who is the devil. And like I said, just because you have that light color skin or that white color skin don't mean that you Esau. You could be Israelite. And it's the other way around. A lot of our people are dark-skinned Edomites. They're just not going to get it. It's not meant for them. It's only meant for the children of Israel. So yeah, if you don't listen to these prophecies and these things that we're telling you, the Lord's going to kill you. Simple as that. Simple as that. You think you can walk past the camp and laugh and take pictures and, tell jokes and talk shit. And we talking about missiles hitting America soon. And we talking about the famine. And we talking about different plagues. We talking about the economy crashing, bringing everything out in the scriptures, and you want to laugh and joke, you're going to get caught up in it. Or if you teach otherwise, you're going to get caught up in it. Let's go to Jeremiah. (14 and 13). It says, "Then said I, Lord Yahweh, behold, the prophets say unto them, ye shall not see the sword, neither shall ye have famine, but I will give you assured peace in this place." The Christian church is big on that. And you got Israelites. I was listening to some Israelites on this little podcast thing or whatever. They had this little thing set up on TikTok. It was about maybe 8 people in that little room. They was all talking, and then a bunch of people teaching. This one guy said it ain't gonna be no Jacob's trouble. He said Jacob's trouble is for the other nations. Why the hell is it called Jacob's trouble? He said we already went through all hard time. We just gonna get delivered. No. The Lord said you gotta go through that fire. So if you don't think it's gonna be a Jacob's trouble and you teaching people that, the Lord's gonna put you through it and he gonna kill you with it. It says, verse 14, "Then the Lord Yahweh said unto me, the prophets prophesy lies in my name. I sent them not, neither have I commanded them, neither spake unto them. They prophesy unto you false visions and divinations, and a thing of not, and the deceit of their hearts. Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, I sent them not, yet they say the sword and famine shall not be in this land. By sword and by famine shall those prophets be consumed." Yeah, you teaching that, the mark of the beast is not the implant, or it's not going to be a Jacob's trouble, or America's not going to be destroyed, or Babylon is somewhere else, or Esau is someone else, or Esau are the Arabs, and saying crazy stuff, not even breaking it down in the scriptures, just saying, talking out of your head, talking out of your butt. First of all, you're going to get corrected by the real prophets. And if you don't take that correction, the Lord is going to kill you. All right. I can't put it no other way. The Lord is just going to take you out. And I wanted to get this one last scripture because people look at us and say, I'm not going to listen to them. Look, they wearing Nikes, or they wearing Pumas, or they wearing, they wearing tennis shoes. They don't have on Stacey Adams and a nice suit, with a tie and fedoras, and they don't have those nice things on. They look at the cars they driving. They don't have. So what? The Lord didn't make us rich. You got rich people out there to deceive you and throw you off. And when they try and come out with the truth, and they got a lot of followers and listeners, Esau intervened. We've seen that many times with Nick Cannon, Kanye, Ice Cube. They shut these people down real quick. So yeah, when these rich people talk, there's going to be a lot of people listening. Because people are addicted to money. But when you see the true prophets that can actually answer your questions and show you things, they wait for the smallest thing to throw you off. For example, if Killer Mike from Atlanta, one of the Atlanta rappers here, him and T.I. Was on the news telling people not to riot. It was a lot of protests and riots going on at one point. And they got on TV like, hey, man, if somebody like us got on TV and say, hey, we got to wait on the Lord, the Lord is on our side. We don't have to go out and tear up buildings and burn houses down and do all of this stuff. You think them people will listen? No, it'll be more rioters out there. They'll be like, hell no, I'm going totally against what he's saying. Because that's just how stupid all people are. But you get, a few rappers that came up that made money off of talking about destroying their people. Those are the people that get listened to. And I mean, that's crazy, but that's how Esau Edom has set up this world that he's in control of. He's ruling over all these people. He the one that pump out this music, that pump out these movies with all of this violence and nonsense in it. That's what they want in your heads. They don't want you to, they'll get somebody out there that got a lot of followers and say, hey, we need you to say this. We'll throw you extra $1 million for just for talking for 2 minutes. They're going to listen to you. All of that stuff is controlled by this devil. You got some people that come out and say the wrong thing, man. They're going to, not the wrong thing, the right thing, and they're going to get shut down like it's wrong. And they're going to go out and say, hey, man, I was wrong about this. I was just talking about something else, and they're going to correct themselves incorrectly because they don't want their money taken away, or they don't want their fame taken away. But anyway, the scriptures say in Sirach or Ecclesiastes, chapter 13 and verse 22, it says, when a rich man falleth, he had many helpers. He speak things not to be spoken, and yet men justify him. The poor man slip, and yet they rebuke him too. He spake wisely and could not have no place. and could have no place. It says, when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue. And look what he said, they extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, then say, what fellow is this? And if he stumbles, they will help to overthrow him. Exactly. Like I don't see comments, oh, that man can't read right. Or why he reading right there? Oh, he pronounced the word wrong. So what? Are you focused on it, or are you focused on the whole message? I said it was gonna be the last scripture, but I want to get one more in Ezekiel 33 and 30. It says, let me go to 32. It says, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that had a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. So yeah, we make it sound, we'll make it sound, the lessons, we'll make it, put a little salt in it, a little season. We might throw a few jokes in there, make it entertaining. Something that you would want to continue to hear. We talk about the salvation. Like, look, it's everything will get bad, but the reward that come with the salvation, man, that's gonna be some on just some you can't even wrap your mind around. They don't want to hear it. But it says, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet had been among them. And by that time, it's going to be too late. You're going to be one of the foolish virgins that's trying to get that oil at the last minute. And you're going to get left by them chariots. Chariots going to leave you here, and you're going to get burned. Okay. So I want to end it there. I pray this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahak Wadash. Double honor to my elders and apostles, a great millstone that taught us his truth. Shalom to the elect.